Okay, x plus 2x minus 2 equals 10. We want to solve for x, or get x by itself on one side of the equation. So we're going to move some numbers around until we have x on one side of the equation by itself. The first thing we can do is simplify. In math class, they would say simplify like terms, but I would just say simplify that anything that looks similar. So here we have two different x terms, and we can simplify those. And let's just do that first. So x plus 2x, that simplifies to 3x. Just like 1 plus 2 is 3, 1x plus 2x is 3x. And then everything else will leave the same. 3x minus 2 equals 10. And now I'd like to get rid of this 2. So I've got a minus 2. I'm going to add 2. So there's a thing in math that says anytime you do something to one side of the equation, you must do the exact same thing to the other side of the equation. So let me just rewrite this first. 3x minus 2 is equal to 10. All I did was rewrite the equation above. And now I'm going to get rid of this 2. And I'm going to do that by adding 2 to both sides of the equation. And I'm just doing it in blue so that you see it clearly what I'm doing. I'm adding 2 to both sides of the equation. And what that does is that cancels out this 2 on the left side. So anything minus 2 plus 2, that's just the same as minus 0, right? Or plus 0. So 3x minus 2 plus 2 is just the same as 3x. Now it's just minus 0, right? Equals, on the right side, 10 plus 2 is 12. So now we know that 3x equals 12. We don't need this minus 0 anymore. So let's just write 3x equals 12. And now I want to get rid of the 3 so that I'll get x by itself. So how do I do that? Well, once again, I'm going to use that rule that says you can do anything you want to both sides of the equation as long as you do the same thing to both sides. So I'm going to divide both sides of the equation by a number of my choice, any number I choose, but I'm going to choose the number 3. And there's a reason for that. The reason is that this term, 3 divided by 3, simplifies to 1. So that whole thing simplifies to just the number 1. And then x doesn't change. So that's 1x equals, and then on the right side, 12 divided by 3 is the number 4. So now we know 1x equals 4. And we don't really need to say 1x. That's just the same as x, right? So x equals 4. And that is the solution to our problem. And that's really as far as you have to go in math class. That's all you need to do to solve the problem. But I just want to let you know we can check it and make sure that's the right answer. So the way you would check it is you plug that x equals 4 back into the original problem. And wherever there's an x, you would just put in the number 4 and see if everything works. So let's do that. I'm just going to rewrite the original problem. This is optional, but it's just a way to make sure you didn't make a mistake. You can be confident that you got the right answer on your quiz. So x plus 2x minus 2 equals 10. So now wherever there's an x, I'm going to plug in the number 4. Okay, so here we go. X, I'm going to plug in a 4 plus 2 times x. So I'm going to say 2 times 4 minus 2, just bringing down that same 2 right there, equals 10. So let's simplify this. 4 we'll just leave the same, plus 2 times 4, that's 8, and then minus 2 equals 10. So continuing to simplify, 4 plus 8 is 12. Minus 2, just writing that again, equals 10. And what's 12 minus 2? That's 10, right? So 10 equals, and on the right side, nothing changed. It's just been 10 the whole time. 10 equals 10, so it checks out. Everything's equal. So we know that our solution of x equals 4 was correct.
Thumbs up and subscribe. For more videos like this, check out algebravideos.com.